I'm here in a secure, undisclosed location this morning to show you a little tape recorder that I found on eBay. Not real little, but it's considered mini recorder device produced by Concord, and it's a reel-to-reel tape recorder, as you can see. The intriguing thing is what they call it, the sound camera. I thought that was pretty clever. So the sound camera uses a smaller reel than what you're accustomed to. Normally the reel-to-reel recorder tapes were about 50% larger than these. This particular battery-powered recorder, let you see the label on the bottom, is a model F50 or an F85 Concord. It was produced in 1965, and in the U.S. And it comes with an external microphone with a switch. There's the on-off switch that controls, and there's a little stand that flips out on the microphone. So it's a little tiny microphone with an unusual plug on the end. I'll let you see that. It uses the barrel plug that we would normally see in a power application, and then it uses the standard mono jack or plug for recording, and that fits right into the top of the tape deck, just like that. There is a level meter, a battery and level audio level meter right there, and then it has four buttons that you can see. I'll try to get the glare off of it. There's rewind, stop, play, and record. There's no fast forward, so you have to just let it play if you want it to move forward, or you have to flip the reels over and rewind it that way. So there is an earphone jack right here, and the battery pack right here comes off with a couple of screws, and it takes 4 C batteries. And then there's an external power connector here, which I have and I will use for the demo. I'm going to plug that in so that you can hear it. The intriguing thing about purchasing these kinds of devices on eBay or wherever, a flea market or antique store, is you never know what you're going to hear on the tape. In this case, there is a radio recording of a campaign speech or campaign interview by Richard Nixon when he was running for the presidency against Humphrey and the other candidate. Starts with a W. You probably know. You're going to hear it in just a second who the other contender was. Wallace. So it was Nixon, Humphrey, and Wallace were all in a campaign against one another for the presidency of the United States in 1968. So I want you to hear the radio broadcast of at least part of that.
The preceding pre-recorded broadcast was furnished and paid for by the Nixon Avenue Victory Committee on behalf of the candidacy of Richard Nixon for the office of President of the United States. In this special edition of the campaign and the candidate, we will have a roundtable discussion here in the studio with 3 NBC News correspondents who've been covering the presidential campaign of Hubert Humphrey, Richard Nixon, and George Wallace. But before we talk with them, a brief
Okay, you may or may not be able to understand all that's being said there. It's a little muffled. The recording is 51 years old, after all, so I thought you might find that interesting. I listened to the entire tape. The first part of the tape is Nixon talking on an interview, a private interview, and I didn't know who it was initially. Probably should have recognized his name because he was president when I was just a kid, but he talks about the country and the need for unity, which was a big deal in the campaign that he ran after all of the trouble with Vietnam that was still going on, and all of that, and the huge need for unity in the country. He talked about the need for strong leadership. He talked a lot about the need for a balanced budget, and so on and so forth. And I thought, wow, that sounds like a pretty decent candidate, not knowing who it was. And then the end of the interview, they identified that it was a recording of a broadcast that was made, and then so somebody must have taped that radio broadcast on this little recorder in 1968 for some reason. But in any case, I thought you'd find it intriguing. It's a great little player. I think I did some recording.
There's the essential difference between the two parties in America. And if you don't remember anything else I say today, remember this. Democrats face problems, Republicans defer problems.
So I didn't quite catch that. I don't know if he said Democrats hate problems and Republicans face problems. I don't know. In any case, this was a real spat with the three, Humphrey, Wallace, and Nixon, a real spat between the three of them, and they were all throwing bombs or missiles over the bow, attacking one another's policies and philosophies of leadership. So it's pretty intriguing. It's interesting that here we are 51 years later in the middle of a huge drama in 2019 between the Democratic National Convention and the Trump administration. So in any case, thought you'd find it pretty neat. I think what I'll do is just go ahead and record this entire tape, and I will post it on a separate video if you really would like to listen to it. And I think some of you that are politically connected or interested in politics, I think some of you might find the entire tape interesting. So I'll try to restore the recording here in YouTube and then publish it in its entirety just for your listening pleasure. So thanks for watching and enjoying the demo of the Concord sound camera 1965. Before I go, I want to record a little segment for you, let you hear how it sounds when you record. And so let's just give it a shot here. I have the microphone turned off, and we'll just push the record and play buttons, and we'll turn the mic on. Let's make sure we've got some audio here. You can see the light blinking while I talk, and we're going to test the 1965 sound camera by Concord, model F85, available for all of your recording needs, whether it be for your home movie edition with an audio track for your home movies, or for the busy businessman who needs to record his thoughts on the train on the way to work, and he will then give it over to his female secretary who will transcribe the notes. 1965, a year to remember for Concord sound camera. Get yours today. All right, sorry about that sexist comment, but that was 65, right? And we all know that there were only women secretaries in 65, so just trying to be true to life there, folks. Okay. Oh, man. All right, let's see how it sounds.
Let's make sure we've got some audio here while I talk. And we're going to test the 1965 sound camera by Concord, model F85. Available for all of your recording needs, whether it be for your home movie edition with an audio track for your home movies, or for the busy businessman who needs to record his thoughts on the train on the way to work. And he will then give it over to his female secretary who will transcribe the notes. 1965, a year to remember for Concord Sound Camera. Get yours today.
Okay, well, I won't quit my day job, but I did want you to hear a recording. I thought it really did a good job, all things considered. Again, a 51-year-old sound camera. I think that's a clever name, and I don't know that anyone else used that name for a recorder, but in any case, there you go. There's the I said, 85, F85 sound camera. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm working on another video of another portable recorder, much smaller than this, and be on the lookout for that, and no idea what will be on the tape with that recorder. But thanks for watching.